Joining me now, I have associate research scholar and lecturer in politics and public affairs at Princeton University and NewsNation contributor Dr. Lauren Wright and Democratic analyst Jonathan Harris. Good morning to both of you. Lauren, let me start with you. Both campaigns acting so confident here in this final stretch. Is it still anybody's ball game?
Oh, absolutely. I would say it's a mistake for either to be incredibly confident at this point. Democrats have a serious issue that they are running dead even against a candidate that lost in 2020, was impeached twice. He's consistently hated in polls that ask about his favorability, and has the edge in a lot of these swing states. Why is that? It's not because people love Donald Trump. It's because Democrats have serious issues with the unpopularity of their policies and the anger at the Biden-Harris administration. I understand the flip side of that, which is that Donald Trump is the weakest Republican candidate that could have possibly run this year. And that's why he's not running ahead, And so that's why the polls are as even as they are, is both of these candidates have serious problems, and a lot of voters just don't really know what to do.
Jonathan, let me let you chime in on just the state of the race and also what all of us should be watching for right now in these last few days.
It's always hard for me with polls because, I mean, at the end of the day, all polls tell you is a guess. They tell you what people are saying to them, and it's a guess for what will happen. We don't know what will actually happen until these votes are counted. And so it's difficult. I've kind of joked with some friends that in reality, no matter who wins this election, and nobody knows, and if any side tells you they are definite and confident they're not being honest, no matter what happens, you could see it coming a mile away. If Donald Trump wins, it's because he kind of leaned on some of the worst parts of our history in terms of attacking marginalized people and scare tactics and so on and so forth. And if Vice President Harris wins, it's because she presented better economic proposals. She is, in fact, coming out of an administration that has added 16 million jobs and recovered all of the jobs that Trump lost when he crashed our economy in the recession and so on and so forth. So you could see either thing coming kind of a mile away, and that makes it a nail biter. There's no definite for either side here.
Let me talk about all the trash talk that's been going on this week. Lauren, sources telling the AP now that White House press officials altered that official transcript of President Biden's call where he appeared to call Trump supporters garbage to add an apostrophe to supporters to make it seem like he only meant one, meaning the comedian. The Harris campaign has tried to distance themselves from all this and clean it up. What do you make of it and how this might impact her campaign?
Well, I think it's a problem on a couple different levels. One is the comment itself, which I don't think people are going to buy this. There was an apostrophe, there wasn't,
Yeah.
It also underlines, which is the second bigger problem, why Biden's not out on the campaign trail and why there's very legitimate questions about whether he has the faculties to be serving as president right now. It's not an issue that should be taken lightly or brushed aside. It's an issue voters should ask questions about. If he's not fit to run and he's not fit to campaign with Harris, is he fit to have the job right now? And I do think that's something Democrats need to take stock of and anticipate voters being angry about.
Jonathan, did you buy the apostrophe?
I think we need to be clear here. The reason that we're discussing the word garbage is because not only has Donald Trump called Vice President Harris supporters garbage, we are discussing the word because Donald Trump held a rally over this past weekend where this comedian called an entire part of this country garbage. And
yeah, but can you separate that the comedian is not the candidate? And I mean, obviously neither is Biden, but Harris is part of his administration.
But what I would say is that Biden isn't running for president, and the comedian's comments are not in any way out of sync with anything that Trump has said. Trump has called Kamala Harris and Biden supporters garbage repeatedly. They've run reels of it on shows. So when the comedian who is a part of the rally says that, and Donald Trump has countless opportunities to disavow it, and does not, and it's echoing his own rhetoric. That's the reason the word garbage is a part of this conversation, and that is why all the backlash has happened to the Trump campaign, and he has turned off. It is just yet another attack on the Latino community. Donald Trump has been attacking the Latino community since 2015 when he called Mexicans rapists and drug dealers. So this isn't new. That's where the focus is from. It's from the hate rally, essentially, that Trump ran in New York. So that is the rhetoric that is vile and repugnant.
And we'll see how this moment plays for both of these campaigns. We know that President Biden is poised to give remarks in Philly today. We'll be watching closely there, too. Jonathan Harris, Dr. Lauren Wright, thank you both so much for your time ahead of a busy weekend. Always appreciate it.